today is just a review of what we've done before. So you're going to need your red, although some people call it pink, reference sheet. Your reference sheet, some shade of red. Salmon. It's definitely not salmon. Okay, so that's not it. Let's do number 1. Now, I've cut this worksheet down because there are 4 problems in each problem. So it says, those thetas are kind of cut off. But you need to find the sine of 2 theta, the cosine of 2 theta, the sine of theta over 2, and the cosine of theta over 2. All of those for the same situation. Now, it looks hard, but once you draw the triangle, once you know one, the others are really easy to find. Okay, so what quadrant does the sine of theta take place in? Second quadrant. Okay. So if I wanted to find the sine of 2 theta, I need to label the triangle. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So the wall is 5 and the ladder is 13, which means that the ground is going to be 13 squared minus 5 squared, which is 144. So ground squared is 144. So I'll just say a squared equals 144. I take the square root and I get plus or minus 12. Is it plus or is it minus? Minus because we're in quadrant 2. This is negative 12. Okay, so for double angles, you look at the double angle formula. Cosine of 2 theta, if you look here, cosine of 2 theta is 2 sine of theta cosine of theta. So 2 times the sine of theta, 5 over 13. Cosine of theta, negative 12 over 13. So I'm going to put that over 1. Does anything cancel? We have a 2, a 5, and a 12 on top, and a 13, a 13, and a 1 on bottom. Nothing cancels, and you might as well cancel now instead of later. It's a lot easier to cancel now than later. So I end up with, that's 10, negative 120 over 169. So that takes care of the first part. But then we need to calculate the cosine of 2 theta. And I'm lucky enough I can erase. So looking at the cosine of 2 theta formula, right, well, there are 3 of them. Which one is going to be the easiest? The second or third are pretty similar. So I would do either the second one or the third one. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do the third one to avoid the negative, but it'll be there anyway. So if I do this formula, 1 minus 2 times, what is the sine of theta? Five over 13, and I'm going to square that. So 1 minus 2 times 25, 1/69. So that's 1 minus 50 over 169. Wait, I did that wrong. So 1 minus 50 over 169. So that's going to be 50, 119. No, wait, I went the wrong way. Yeah, 119 over 169. Is that correct? So the cosine of 2 theta is 119 over 169. We understand that? No? Where'd you get lost? So you were lost days ago is what you're saying. That's not good. Well, we'll do the other one and see if it rings any bells. Okay, now we need to find the sine of 2 theta, or sorry, theta over 2. And again, I don't like how these half-angle formulas are written. If it was my worksheet, I would write theta over 2 and then theta, and theta over 2 and theta. And then it fits the formula a lot better. So if I want to find the sine of theta over 2, then I just need to do 1/2 times 1 minus the cosine of theta. What is the cosine of theta? So this is theta, so the cosine of theta is negative 12/13. So 1/2 times 1 minus negative 12 over 13. Those negatives become a positive. What is 1 plus 13/12? 25/12. Sorry, 25/13 times 1/2. So you have 1/2 times 25 over 13, which is 25 over 26. So if you look carefully at the formula, it says sine squared equals that. So what do I need to do? Square root. The top square roots, and we get plus or minus 5. The bottom does not square root. But I can't leave a root 26 in the denominator. So I put root 26 on top and just 26 on bottom. So 5 root 26 over 26. Does 26 have any perfect squares in it? Does 4 go into 26? No. Does 9? No. 16? No, so it's not going to simplify. Okay. Is it plus or is it minus? Well, we need to look at theta over 2. If theta is in quadrant 2, then theta over 2, so theta is some angle between, somehow smashed between 180, oh, wrong way, between 90 and 180. We know it's somewhere in there. So then we divide it by 2, and the new angle is somewhere between 45 and 90. So it would be in quadrant 1. And we're doing the sine. Is the sine positive in quadrant 1? Yes. So I can get rid of this little negative. 5 root 26 over 26 is sine of theta over 2. Now the cosine of theta over 2, before I start, is it going to be positive or negative? Well, if theta is between those two numbers, then theta over 2 is in quadrant 1. Is the cosine positive in 1? Yes, and we can use that mnemonic. All suckers take calculus. They're all positive in 1. All right. So I need my formula. Right here. Again, that's over 2, and this is just theta. So cosine squared of theta over 2 is equal to 1/2 times 1 plus, and we know cosine is just negative 12/13. What is 1 minus 12/13? 1/13. So I have 1/2 minus 1/13. Or sorry, 1/2 times 1/13, which is 1/26. Now I have to square root, and the square root of the top is plus or minus 1, but we already decided it's positive. So 1 over, the bottom does not simplify, but we can't leave it on the bottom, so I put a root 26 on top, and I get rid of the root in the bottom. So it's just root 26 over 26. That is the cosine of theta over 2. So hopefully those aren't too bad at this point. I mean, it's a lot of steps, but none of the steps are difficult. You just have to kind of follow through and do lots of them. All right, look at number 16. Find the exact value of each expression by using the half angle or... Oh, well, these are all half angles, so whatever. Of course, you might have to use the double angles. So 165. Is 165 half of an angle we know in the unit circle? 330. So we can use the half angle formula where 330 is the known angle. And at 165, is the cosine positive or negative? So in quadrant 2, cosine is negative. So whatever my answer is, I'm going to use the negative version. Okay. So the formula is 1/2 times, cosine squared of theta over 2 is 1/2 times 1 plus the cosine of theta. And theta, we've decided, is 330. So if you look at 330 on your unit circle, so if you look, go to 330, is it the x value or the y value? X value, which is root 3 over 2. So 1/2 times 1 plus root 3 over 2. Now we need a common denominator. 2 over 2. So 2 over 2 plus root 3 over 2 is 2 plus root 3 over 2. I'm going to times that by 1/2. So I get 2 plus root 3 over 4. Kelsey, do you understand it up to there? Oh, good. Okay, now what do I do? Square root it. Is it plus or is it minus? Quadrant 2, cosine is negative, so it's the minus version. So negative square root of the top, and I square root the bottom, and I'm just left with 2. I'm going to change that to a 2, and that's as far as it goes. So you don't have a ton of problems today, and you have a lot of time to work on them. We're not doing the back today. We're just going to do the front side today. Okay? Good luck.